Living with Nousha. I'm Nousha, a former climber of the corporate ladder turned lifestyle entrepreneur. Each week, I'll bring you an inspiring message to support you in designing and creating a vibrant, fulfilling life. Thank you for joining me today. Now let's get started. Hello and welcome to Vibrant Living with Nousha. I'm Nousha, delighted to be here with you today to have an important conversation about our mental health and more specifically how to tame our monkey mind. So that's my intention, is to provide 2 tips for you, 2 proven tips that I have used myself to tame my monkey mind. Now, I don't know about you, but have you ever woken up and all of a sudden your mind is running? It's going through your to-do list. It's going through your doubts and your worries and your fears about life, about your day, and all you want to do is just get under the covers and not get out and just shut the whole world out. So I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but it has happened to me, and my intention is that these 2 tips will serve you as they have served me. So tip number 1 is to design a mindful evening. So often our evening is a time, after work, we're with our loved ones or winding down, we're maybe watching television and maybe watching the news, and there's maybe bad news, or we're on social media and we come across some bad news. So our mind is like a computer, and it's super important for us to protect it and really nourish it with good food. And so it's important that we're careful what we do in the evening, because it will have an impact on how we are the next day. And so one of the things is that I did myself, this is how I realized this, is that I went to see a horror movie at night, and oh my God, I had like the worst sleep. It was the worst sleep. I had nightmares. I woke up just not well rested, and that's when I knew the power and the importance of what I put into my mind the night before. And no more horror movies in the evenings. And even during the day, it's just, again, it's things going into the brain. And so I wanted to share with you 4 suggestions of how you could nourish your minds to design a mindful evening. So one idea is reading something that's nourishing for the mind. So some books. Books are actually the best thing, or magazines, newspapers, versus using your computer, like using Kindle, because of the effects of the light in our computers. So actually, I created Vibrant Living episode number 13, which are tips on how to, and habits to wind down your evening. So if you're interested, you can look at that episode, and I provide some habits that I have stood by, and they've really worked well with me. So that's another resource you can check out. So reading something nourishing, and if you're looking for a great book to read, you can always check out my website, NoushaBehbahanian.com. Under the resources section, there's a specific section that's called The Vibrant Mind. So these are books that will definitely put you in a beautiful state of restful sleep. Very nourishing information. So that's number 1, suggestion number 1. Another idea is to have a gratitude journal and just really write about the great things that happened in your day and whatever you're appreciating in your day. Again, that's the last thing that will be running through your mind, so it will be a beautiful way to wind down and get to sleep. Number 3 is to meditate. And so meditation is awesome. It will really clear your mind of anything that was going on throughout the day. And I know some of you might be like, oh my gosh, Nousha talks so much about meditation. And I know how you feel, because I felt the same. And I found that when I stuck with it, it actually had a compound effect and had some really great results in my life. And now I meditate for about 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night. But I started with like a minute, and then I went to 2 minutes, and I slowly, gradually started to increase it. And I was at the beginning thinking, oh, it's such a waste of time just sitting there and doing nothing, and until I understood the purpose and the intention behind it, and I was able to really be consistent with it, and now I love it. And I notice when I don't meditate, even for 5 minutes, I notice in the morning if I don't do it, I have a very different kind of day. So it makes a huge difference in the evenings to create that space. And then suggestion number 4 is, if you have like an issue or something that you're dealing with that's just running through your mind, one idea is to ask the question about how to solve that problem, and just put it beside your bed and let your subconscious mind go to work, because our minds are these powerful computers that have so many amazing possibilities and ideas. We just need them to be at rest to be able to do that. And so at night when you do that, you can put the question aside, let it go, let your subconscious work. Now the next morning you may or may not get the answer, but eventually you will get an answer to your question. But the main point is it'll be off your mind. So that is tip number 1, is to design a mindful evening. And there were some ideas, and you can also go back to episode number 13 to look at some of the evening habits that I have to wind down my day. And so tip number 2 is to create a mindful morning. Now you're going to be ahead of the game because you have already created an evening that is mindful and peaceful. And so one idea to really enhance that experience in the morning is, again, meditation. So you can start with 5 minutes, or you can slowly build up to about 15 minutes, I think is a good amount of time. And so many benefits to that. Again, it'll clear out the cobwebs from the sleep that you had, it will elevate your vibration, and it'll actually put you into a state of receiving. Because when our mind is bombarded with all kinds of information that may not be so supportive, then we just feel overloaded with that, and we're not ready to even face the day. Whereas when you meditate, you actually create space, and that space can invite you to receive the day, to engage in the day. So I hope that these tips will serve you, and if you have not been doing any of these things, then I invite you to test them out for yourself. Let us know how it goes, and feel free to also join in the conversation and add, what is it that you do to tame your monkey mind? Please share with us wherever you see this video, or you can join us on Facebook on our Vibrant Living community. So thank you, friends, for being here, for engaging in these conversations. I love learning from all of you. And until next time, be vibrant, be bright. It's your birthright. Now, let's go out there and shine our light. Thank you for investing this time with me on the Vibrant Living with Nousha podcast. I'm so glad that you joined our conversation. If you would take 2 minutes to positively impact someone's life by sharing this episode, that would be wonderful. Please leave us a review by visiting iTunes. Let us know what you enjoy and what you'd like to see more of. It will support us on our journey to causing a worldwide epidemic of vibrant living. Until next time, be vibrant, be bright. It's your birthright. Now, let's go out there and shine our light.